the session, so I will send to you your mails ID or anything. Yeah, Nobel, please mute yourself. If you have any doubts, please unmute and ask me. Anybody having any doubts, you can unmute and ask me. So actually, this is the topics we are going to discussing. So today we can see some introduction about SAP Logon Pad. So we are going to see some introduction about SAP Logon Pad here. See here, this is we call it as a SAP Logon Pad, or this is we call it as a SAP GUI. So every user starting their work from this Logon Pad. So we can directly log in into the SAP. Just double click on that one, SAP Logon Pad. And here we have a different types of servers, so we can log in into these servers. Okay, see, this is we call it as a different properties, that means that server details. Double click on this server. So once we are entering into the company, so there we can provide you one username and password for each and every people. So they are going to providing one username and password according to your designations, according to your roles and responsibilities. They are going to providing one username and password to you. Let us assume that, for example, you are appointed for any GL account postings. So they are going to assign GL account posting screens to your username, and they are going to assign to you. For example, any account receivable session. So they are going to assigning account receivable sessions to your username, and they are going to provide to you. So like this. And here we have a client. Client is nothing but server number. We can discuss one by one here. First one is a client. Client we have 800 here. So this means that this is nothing but server number. So they are going to dividing different types of departments to different types of client numbers. For example, for FICO, we can treat it as 800. Any other modules, 800, 810 is a client. It's 230 or 240, 270, like this. By using this client number, different people are logged into the SAP. By using 800, for example, 1000 people are logged into the SAP. By using 810, 500 people or 200 people are logging into the SAP. By using 230, different people are logging into the SAP. So like this. Why they are going to dividing different types of clients means, for example, all the people are using the same number, they may get a chance of server down or some issues, server issues we can form. So that's why they are going to dividing entire the server into different types of client numbers. So this is the main session, and it's just like a second session we are going to discussing about some introduction
I
about
have a
SAP.
question.
Yeah.
So when you say these are different clients, 800, 810 in your example,
Oh,
what are these clients? So let's say I'm understanding that this SAP is for a company. So like yourself, let's say HP has the SAP and you're using the SAP for HP. So what would be the examples of 800 and 810 in this example?
see here, it's nothing but this is a one server, 800, 810, 230 or 270 we discussed, right? Total are one server.
Okay, so these are all one server you're
Yeah.
saying, right?
In one server, these are the different types of licenses. Okay.
Okay.
We have one topic is the SAP system landscape. That is we can discuss later. In system landscape, we can
Okay.
discuss about development server, all the servers. So this is the server.
Okay.
For example, we are in an implementation project now.
Okay.
Yeah, one second. Oh yeah, and see here, Sandeep. Here,
Yes.
these are the different types of server numbers. let's assume that these are the different types of server numbers. So same server, we have a different types of client numbers here, 800, 810. We can log into the server by using these numbers. What happens means, in the real scenario, they are going to dividing into different types of departments. They are going to allocating different types of client numbers. For example,
Okay.
FICO, ST, MM, these modules, they are going to given one server number, one client number, 800. So those people are logging into the SAP by using this 800.
Oh, okay.
Some
Okay.
other,
So SAP FICO would have, let's say, would have 800, and so whoever wants to use SAP FICO, they will log in using this 800 client number. Somebody who wants to use
yes,
supply demand or logistics, they would use something like 810, and materials they would use something like 230. Is
yeah,
that right?
something like that. But we cannot
Okay.
decide what is the numbers, exact numbers. In this practice session, we are going to using 800 is the client number.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, Jishan. This is a regular session. It's the second session itself. Yesterday we discussed some introduction about SAP, everything, right? So the continuation session is this one. How to log in into the SAP, we are going to learning now. Understand that? Hello?
Well,
Jishan, you got it? Yeah, Jishan, this is the second session. And here we have a username. See here, once we are entering into the company, they are going to providing one username and password to you. Okay. The username is a is not a case sensitive. Username is not a case sensitive. As a username, you can use alphabets or you may use numerics or you may use a alphanumerics also as a username. It's not a case sensitive, and as a username we can use alphabets, numerics, and alphanumerics. Got it? So like this, and password. So they are going to providing password also. See, password is a case sensitive. So as a password also we can use alphabets, numerics, and alphanumerics. Here also we can use, but this is a case sensitive. Password is a case sensitive. And log on language. So SAP is provided multiple languages. So we can use SAP is providing 41 languages. SAP is in 41 languages. So we can mention any language here for logging into the SAP. If you don't mention any language, it will take English as a default language. Here we don't mention any language here. It will take English as a default language. If you mention any language key, so this will be open in that language. So I'm not mentioning anything here. So this will be, we can open in a English now. See here. So this is we call it as a SAP initial screen. That is we call it as a SAP initial screen. So in this we have a different types of tabs we have and different types of menus we have. So first one we call it as a menu bar. Menu, edit, favorite, extras, like this we have a different types of menus are there, right? So that one we call it as a menu bar. First one. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm sorry. So first one we call it as a menu bar here, and second one we have a tick mark is there, some box is there, and some options are there. So this one we call it as a no need. If you want to open in English, no need to mention as a English. If you don't mention any language also, this will be open in a English as a default language. If you want to open in a particular language key, we have to mention that. If you don't mention any language key, this will be open in a English.
Okay, my question is that so when you choose English, or if you don't choose English, at that point when you hit enter, that's when we came to this screen. Is that
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Okay, thank you.
And second one we call it as a standard bar. And we can discuss one by one option. First we can see what are the screens we have. So first one we call it as a menu bar, second one we call it as a standard bar, third one we have a some title is there, SAP Easy Access. So this title is showing the each title of the transaction. In this tab we can see each title of the transaction we can see here. Now we can see SAP Easy Access. For example, if you are going for any other transaction, see, for example, this is enter GL account posting. So this is the showing the title of that field, title of the transaction. For example, if you are going for any setting, for example, if you are going for creating company code, see, so this will showing the title of that transaction, each and every transaction. This is showing the title here. So that's why this one we call it as a title bar. Only we can see title of the transaction. And fourth one we have, so different types of menus here we have. Create a role. Role is nothing but your screens are your responsibilities here. For example, you are the GL account posting. So they some peoples are there in SAP. We call it as a security peoples. Security module peoples are there. So these peoples are responsibility for creating usernames and passwords for the newcomers into the new peoples. They are going to providing usernames and passwords. So what these people's job is, as for our designations, as for our roles and responsibilities, they are going to creating one username and they are going to assigning our roles to that username. So same thing here also. See, create a role means they are going to creating different types of roles. This is none of our business. Why? Because this is not our job. This is not a FICO people's job. This is a security people's job. So this is we call it as a toolbar. Fourth one we call it as a toolbar. So bottom of this, and one more thing is there. See, at the bottom of the screen we have one more thing is there. See, it will showing the status of that transaction. For example, what is the client we are using, who is the user logging into SAP, and what is the program, and what is the transaction, and what is the response time. Like this is going to provide it. For example, I'm going to performing any one transaction. See, this is going to be shown here, the status of the transaction. What is the transaction I'm going to performing? What is the response time? So like this is going to be provided here. So that's why this is we call it as a status bar. Menu bar, standard bar, title bar, toolbar, and status bar. These are the different types of menu bars in a SAP. We can discuss one by one here. First one is a menu bar. So in menu bar we have different types of menus. So menu, edit, favorite, extra, system, and help. So these things we can discuss one by one. While they, if you use, as for the use, we are going to discussing about that menu bars. For example, while posting the transaction, if you want to post the transaction, we can use these bars. Here we can see some posting options like this, so we can use. In second bar, it's a standard bar. First one we call it as a enter button. So this is we call it as a enter button. And second one is a very important one. This is very important. So without this, we are not going for any transaction. This one we call it as a standard bar. Sorry. So this one we call it as a command window. In standard bar, that is the very important one. We call it as a command window. By using this command window, we are going to entering into the screens by using that command window. And then we have, see, this is a one button is this. Sometimes we are going to use it as a save buttons, and sometimes we are going to use it as a post button. So if you want to done any setting, that should be used as a save button, and sometimes we are going to use it as a post button. While doing any setting, we are going to use it as a save button. While we are doing any transaction, we can use it as a post button. And second one is after that we have a back button is there. So if you want to back to the any back previous screen, we can use this back button. And this is a log off button. If you want to log off from SAP, we can use this log off button. Just click on log off. So each and every time this will ask you, unsaved data will be lost. Do you want to log off? Yes, click on yes button. We can log off from the server. And this is a cancel button. If you want to cancel the transaction, we can use this cancel button. For example, if you are doing any transaction, while the transaction is not correct, or if you want to cancel the transaction, we can use this cancel button. And this is a print button. If you want to print that screen, any screen if you want to print, we can use this print button. So these are the finding options. If you want to find anything, we can use these finding options here. And here these are the different types of, if you are going to using different types of screens. So if you want to jump to the any other screens, we can use these previous page, first page, next page buttons. Next one is a creates a new session. See, this is a one session. If you want to work with multiple sessions or multiple windows, if you want to work with a multiple windows, we can use this creates a new session button. Click on this one, creates a new session button. This will be open a new session here. See here, this is the second session.
So where is the first session now? How do you go back to the first session?
See, this is the first session.
Oh, okay.
And this is the second session.
It's just like a new window.
Yeah, new window. So just like a new window. So like this, up to only we can open 6 only.
Okay.
Up to 6 sessions. Maximum we can open 6 only. How many sessions? We can open only 6. We can work with 6 sessions. We already opened 3, 4, 5, 6. See here, maximum number of sessions reach. That means we can open up to 6 sessions only. We can work with 6 sessions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And next one is a generates a shortcut. See here, for example, we appointed for GL account posting. Okay. So here the transaction is F-02. See, so daily our transaction is posting of GL account screen, right? So we don't need to open any other screens. So in that case, we can generate a shortcut in our desktop. See here, click on this one, generate a shortcut, and here we have to mention the transaction code. So what is the transaction code and what is the SPRO method, we can discuss later. First we can see here, for entering into the GL account posting screen, this is the transaction we are going to perform, F-02. We can discuss later what is the transaction codes and what is the path methods, everything. But here, see here, my intention is I want to create a shortcut in our desktop for this transaction. So mention here the transaction and click on next button here and click on finish. Yeah, one shortcut is generated in my desktop. Go and check it once. See here, this is a shortcut I generated. See, I'm log off from this screen. I'm going to log off from this screen. And I'm going to open this shortcut. Here mention the password. I'm not going to the initial screen. I'm directly open the GL account posting screen. Clear? We are going to open GL account posting screen directly. So I'm going to generate a shortcut in our desktop for GL account postings. Is it clear now? Mandeep?
Yes, I'm understanding it.
Yes.
Thank you.
So next one is we are going to discussing about
Title bar.
Yeah, sorry, here we have right title bar. So it's nothing but a title of the transaction. So each title of the transaction we can see here. For example, any screens, different types of screens we have, number ranges like this, asset numbers, and so if you want to see any GL account line item display like this is showing only the title of the transaction what we are going to performing here. For example, any invoices if you want to post, see, enter customer invoices screen, any payments, any outgoing payments or incoming payments. So like this, just a title of the transaction we can show here.
So, how didn't you say that was the command bar where you type those things? Isn't that the command bar, or
Yeah, this is the command window. In this command
Okay,
window on itself, we are going to entering into the screen. How to entering into the screens we can discuss. We have a total two methods are there, path methods and transaction code methods. We can discuss those two.
Okay.
Understand what is the title bar? Just a title of the transaction we can see there. And toolbar we are not going to use anything. Toolbar we are not using this one. Just we should know these are the different types of tools we have. And we have a status bar. So in the status bar we can see the status of the transaction. What is the transaction we are performing, and what is the user, who is the user, and what is the client number we are using, like this. Is this clear?
Um, I'm sorry, I'm still confused about the command window um, and the title bar.
Command window is only for entering into the screen, and title
Okay.
bar showing the title of that screen.
Oh, okay. So, can you show me an example one more time,
For
please?
example, if you want to create a business area, what is a business area we can discuss later. So
Okay.
here we have to mention the either transaction code or we can mention the SPRO. We can discuss later. Okay.
Okay.
So here we can use that code,
Okay.
and this is showing the transaction. Title bar showing
Okay.
that transactions.
So the title bar is showing the business area overview. Is that
Yes, right. This is the screen for
that is
business
the
area.
title bar?
This is the title bar. So this is a title bar. We are seeing some
Oh,
title,
okay.
right? Change view business areas. So this is a command window for entering
Oh,
into
okay.
these screens.
Okay. Okay.
Now it's clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So for entering into the screens, any screen, we have total two methods. First one is the path method. Second one is the transaction code method. First one is a path method and second one is transaction code method. See how to go in a path method and how to go in a transaction code method we can see now. First we can see the path method. Let me take one example. My intention is I want to create a business area now. I want to create a business area. That is my intention. So for creating a business area, how we can go in a path method and how we can use a transaction code method we can discuss now. First we can go in a path method. If you want to go in a path method, first we have to mention the command SPRO in a command field. SPRO stands for SAP Project Reference Object. SPRO stands for SAP Project Reference Object. Just mention the command here SPRO in command window and click on enter. Just click on enter. And here click on SAP reference IMG. IMG stands for implementation guide. IMG stands for implementation guide here. And click on this one SAP reference IMG. And this is the path method. So each and every paths we can use here. For example, all the different types of module peoples are starting their work from here, either financial accounting peoples or controlling peoples or sales and distribution peoples, material management peoples. All the screens we can see in here. So what is our intention? Our intention is we are going to creating a business area. Right. So for creating a business area, the path method is first we can click on enterprise structure. See here, this is called as a IMG activity documentation. If you click on this one, this is showing the details about that screen. What is details about that transaction? What is the organizational units? So like this is providing some documentation here. Each and everything we have a documentation. See. So our intention is we are going to defining a business area. So here go for definition, financial accounting. Here we have define business area. Like this we are going to entering into the in a path method. Understand this? So this is called as a IMG activity documentation. If you want to know what is a business area, for example, we have a confusion about the business area. So just click on the documentation. So SAP providing some information about the business area like this. Each and every setting SAP is going to providing documentation for that. For example, company code, for example, functional area. This is the actual syllabus. Actual syllabus we can start from next session. Now, just see here what is the path method and what is the transaction code method now. And this is called as a IMG activity button. If you click on this one, we can entering into this screen. So here we can go for new entries and here we can create a different business areas. That is a path method. Like a one by one, step by step method. SPRO and now then click on SAP reference IMG. Then click on enterprise structure. Then click on definition, financial accounting, and then click on different business area. Like this we can entering into the any screen. Financial accounting new, GL accounting new, master data, see, GL accounts. See, if you want to create a GL account, see, this is a path method. Create GL accounts with reference. So like this, we can create GL accounts. Edit GL account centrally. So this is a screen for enter GL accounts. So like this we have a path method for each and every setting. So alternatively SAP providing transaction code methods. For each and every setting, SAP is going to providing one code. So directly you can use that code and we can open that screen. For example, for creating a business area, we are going in a path method, right? But SAP provided one transaction code for that business area. So SAP provided the transaction code is OX03. Like this, each and every setting in SAP is provided transaction codes for each and every setting, creating business areas, creating company codes, creating companies, GL account postings, even postings also. For postings and for customization, each and every setting, each and every screen, SAP provided one transaction code. The code may be alphanumerics and it may be 4-digit code or 5-digit code. See here, if you know that code, directly we can enter the code here, OX03, and click on enter. See, directly you can open the screen, change view business areas. That is the difference between transaction code method and path method. Any doubts here?
Okay, I have a question about, so what is a business area?
We can discuss later. While we are discussing about
Oh,
the actual syllabus, we can discuss about what is the business area, what is the path method, everything.
I mean, we're also going to discuss those things like enterprise structure.
Yes. Yeah, in enterprise structure we can discuss.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, Jason, up to this clear? Please unmute. Hello. Jason? Hello, Nobel? Up to this clear?
Yes.
Is clear now up to this?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Any doubts you have? Do you have any doubts, Nobel?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. So, Jason, are you there? Hello, Jason. Ah, okay, fine. And the next one is we can see some. Okay, okay, fine. And next one is we can see some shortcut keys here. For example, same example I'm going to take in business area. So if you want to enter into that business area screen, we can use in a path method like this. So this is a path method. So if you want to go to the initial screen, what we have to done here, we can click on the back button for 1, 2, 3. If you click on the back button 3 times, we can enter into the initial screen. Yes, yes, this is a second training session. See, okay, okay, see here. So if you want to back to the initial screen, SPRO you can mention. Sorry. See, here I created a business area. For example, I created a business area and my intention is back to the initial screen. So if you want to go back to the initial screen, we have to click on back button 3 times. So instead of that, if you want to directly go back to the initial screen, we can use the command here /n. If you use the command /n, we can directly go back to the initial screen. So like this. So /n is a command back to the initial screen from any screen. Back to the initial screen from any screen. If you are working in any screen, if you want to directly go back to the initial screen, we can use the command /n. And /o is a command we are going to using for creates a new session. /o is the command for creates a new session here. For example, already we have a here creates a new session is there. So if you use the /o also same thing. Use the /o, click on enter, and here click on generate. You can generate a new session here. So /n is for back to the initial screen, and /o is for creates a new session.
What is a new session?
New session is nothing but new window.
Okay.
Or new screen. If you want to work with multiple screens, so we can use that one. Session in the sense of it's nothing but new screen.
Oh yes, okay. Like new window we discussed
It's
before.
a
I
new
see.
window, yeah. It's nothing but new window. See, for example, I'm using one transaction code is here. See, I'm creating the business areas. Let us assume that I created a business area. So I want to directly go to the enter screen, not initial screen. Instead of going to the initial screen, my intention is I want to go to the enter screen. For example, my intention is I want to open GL accounts posting screen directly without going to the initial screen. So in that case, we can just mention /n, and here we can just mention the transaction code what we are going to perform. Mention the /n and mention the transaction code what we are going to perform. So then what happens? We can directly go to that screen. I mentioned the transaction code for enter GL account posting screen. So directly we can come to the screen, GL account posting screen. For example, without using the /n, if you mention the transaction code here, what happens? Let's see here. I'm not mention /n. I directly mention one transaction code. Click on enter. It won't perform. So without using the /n, we cannot perform the transaction code. If you use the /n and mention the transaction code, it will take the transaction code field. Understand that?
Yes.
Use the /n and any transaction code. If you use the /n and any transaction code, it will open that transaction code. It's important in same screen. We are not entering into the other screen. In the same screen, original transaction code will be closed and we can open into a new transaction code. It will open a new transaction code and it will end the previous transaction code. But if you use the /o and if you mention any transaction code, initial one is there and it will be opens a new transaction code in a new window. It will open the transaction code in a new window. Let us see here. For example, I mentioned here the /o and I mentioned here one transaction code. F-02, click on enter. See, we can see two screens here or two windows. One window is a business areas, it is not closed, and another window is a GL account posting screen. So that is the difference between /n and /o. If you use a /n and any transaction code, this will be open the transaction code in the same window. If you use a /o and if you mention any transaction code, this is going to be opened in a new session without ending the first session.
I have a question. So if we use n T code and then n transaction code, so when it opens in the same window, what happens to the window that we're working on? Is it saved or?
Yeah, after we are saving the data only this will be saved. Without saving this, we cannot save the data.
Okay, so it will create a box that asks us to save the data?
see, this is a box is there, right? This is the saving button or posting button. So once we
Yeah.
are finishing the data, once we are giving the data, we can click on save button. After that, we
Oh.
can use the command slash n.
Okay, so if we use the command slash n without using that save button, then things
Data
will not be saved.
it not be saved. Without saving the
Okay.
data, data will not be saved, and we can enter into the initial screen.
Okay, I get it. Thank
See here. So that's we have to save the data. Then only this will be saved. Data will be saved. Without saving the data will not be saved here. Understand that?
you. Yeah.
Yeah. For example, if you forgot any transaction codes, we can see here. If you forgot any transaction codes, how to get the transaction code, I will show you. See here. For example, you forgot about the transaction code. What is the transaction code for the business area? So in that
Mm-hmm.
case, just come to the path, just come in a pathway, and here click on additional information. Here also additional information, display key. Here click on IMG activity. Just see here, additional information, display key, and IMG activity.
Okay.
And here the last four digits is the transaction code. Last four.
Oh.
OX03 is the transaction code for business area. OX15 is the transaction code for company. OB45 is for credit controlling area. OX02 is for company code, like this. Last four.
So
Last four
can you
digits
do
is the
this again? So it's additional information,
additional
and then what was
information.
the other one?
Once again, additional information,
Okay.
display key, and then
Display.
IMG activity.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. So these are the basic things we should know. So frequently we are using these things, slash and slash who, and some transaction codes. No problem. In our training session, I will provide you the each and every transaction code as well as path methods also. So I will tell you what are the important transaction codes in interview point of view. So you should remember those transaction codes. That's enough. So
Okay.
once we are getting a job, it's your wish. If you want to use the transaction codes, we can throw in a transaction code, or otherwise we can use the path methods also. It's not a problem. But in the interview point of view, we should remember some transaction codes. I will I will tell you what are the transaction code we should remember.
Okay.
Okay. Any doubts? You can ask me. Mandeep, any doubts you have?
No, I'm good for now. Thank you.
Yeah. Nobel, do you have any doubts? Jason, you have any doubts? Okay, fine. Yeah, Mandeep, you have a half an hour session is left. Okay. Tomorrow also just come before half an hour. I will take that session. We can
Okay, so
continue.
you want me to come at 7:30 or 7 p.m. Central Time?
Your time. Your time 7 p.m. I think.
Okay, 7 p.m.
1 second. What is our time there?
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now it is. Uh, it's 8:57 p.m.
That means approximately 9 there, right? So our class will be started 8 o'clock. It's okay.
At what time? I'm sorry.
Our class is started 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. our time. Actually, today it
Okay.
started 7:30, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's okay. 8 o'clock.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, same. Daily.
Okay. Okay. 8,
Yeah.
8 p.m. every day.
Every day 8 p.m. But tomorrow we just come 7:30.
Okay. Okay.
So we can cover that remaining thing, and we can start with actual sessions. Some day after tomorrow, the regular sessions will be starting from 7:30.
Okay. And
Sorry,
I
yeah,
have another question now.
yeah, you can
Do
ask.
we get any kind of materials to look
Yes,
at?
yes, I will provide you the materials and everything.
Are you gonna send that to me in an email afterwards?
Yes, I can provide you the materials as well as we have two types of materials. Screenshots is there and normal material. I will send both of two.
Okay, yes, I will, yeah, for and you're gonna send it for today's lecture too. Today's training, you're gonna send the
Yeah, sure,
materials.
definitely. See, this is the material. Systems. So these are the materials I'm going to sending to you. So today
Okay.
itself, I can send the materials to you. Okay.
Okay.
See, each one we have a transaction code, as well as here we have a path method. That is our wish. We can go in a path method, or we can go in a transaction code method.
Okay. And
But
another thing, when do we get the access to the server?
you can talk to the institute peoples. Okay, they will provide you the server details, everything.
Okay. Can I call them now?
Oh yeah, you can call to the Mahesh sir. So they will provide you the details, everything. See, so each and every step we have a path method, as well as here we have a transaction code is also there.
Okay.
Got it? But it's better to know about the transaction codes, but it's a highly it's depending on your practice. If you do the more practice, then you can easily identify all the transaction codes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, try to practice. See, daily 1 hour session, and daily
Mm-hmm.
1 hour practice is required.
Okay. Yes. So.
Yeah, Jishan, this time is okay. Hello, Jishan. Okay, daily same timings. Okay, daily same timings and same link. Nobel. You also daily same timings and same link. No, no. Oh, what's your time now there, Jason? Present time. 10 p.m. Yes, yeah, 9 p.m. daily. Ah, okay, okay. 9 p.m. your time. It's fine with you? Yeah, Nobel. Your time is 4. Okay. What is the time we started now? So, same timings tomorrow onwards. But Mandeep, you can come half an hour earlier, so we can discuss the backup class. Okay.
Okay. So
Something
um, what are we gonna discuss tomorrow at
uh,
7:30?
after 7:30. That means a regular session we can start.
Oh, okay.
Regular session in the sense of we can start the actual syllabus from tomorrow. So tomorrow onwards we are going to enter into the actual syllabus. So before that, I'm going to tell you what is SAP system landscape, some we should know about what is FICO. The things are there that will that
Okay.
we can discuss in half an hour earlier.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes, we have a group training. Both peoples, yeah, Mandeep and Nobel will join with you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Mandeep. Okay,
Okay.
Nobel.
I will wait for your email then. Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, Jishan.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good night.
Bye bye.
Have
Good
a good
night.
day, Noble. Bye. I'm going to send this recording file to you. Okay.